today's sports. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. A run now for the young man from Colorado. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. To throw is Milton. And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Colt defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Richardson on 4th down. Working. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. 2 Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw, it's Milton. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Steelers are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Milton. And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
To about the 33-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now the pitch goes to Taylor. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Richardson shotgun on third down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was third and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's Milton now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. In motion right, that's Metcalf. Throwing is Milton. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Here's Milton. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That is caught. On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon. And he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with first and goal from very short range.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Milton. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Escapes the defender. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now 2nd and 9. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
First down, Colts.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 61 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson sliding out of the pocket. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Richardson going on fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Milton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Back to throw, Milton. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they moved the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And Gay knocks this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll go down as this drive would start at the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Inside the 20. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. QB sneak, Richardson. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Anthony Richardson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Milton. He finds Pickens over the middle. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 37. Back to throw. Milton. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Looking to throw. Milton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
The Colts on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Taylor. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Milton, he's got Pickens, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Milton. Catch is made by Metcalf. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Past the 20. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Taylor diving for the end zone, and he is in.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Milton. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Here's 1st down. Looking to throw. Milton. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.